baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I got a shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I got a even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got a and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, I still gotta, I still gotta. You must be knowing here. You see these grown people talking, what you doing here? I gotta have a mind and hit you with a spit you, get up off the wall, go on, get it moving.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out, a player who turned a memorable debut into now a 6-year NFL career out of Southern Miss, Nick Mullins.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
2nd and 11. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And right away, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less designed runs like that. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Now Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, 27 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Xavier McKinney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the 1st carry for Cam Akers. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Touchdown! Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. Kene Nwangu. Touchdown, Vikings. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we've tried to...
Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. They go play action here on first down. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Jones now on first down. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. An injury stoppage, and it looks like, yeah, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And that one too wide and incomplete. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets one go deep for Addison. And got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll look to throw now on first down. This is caught by Addison. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On play action, they'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nick Mullins, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Alert! Alert! Ready.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Jamie Gillen down, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 55 yards. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't... perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. It's a run with Akers, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And there he goes again. He might take this all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So here come the Vikings now as they'll again go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Okay, here we go.
Here's Jones. Off play action. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. The Vikings 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Touchdown! Darren Waller. 36 yards. And the Giants have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Mullen's throw pulled in by Jefferson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. There he goes, right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 78 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.